Hi my gorgeous darlings, I am making this video because I've just been going through an experience that I've never been through before and got my new Apple iPhone 17 just the other day and I'm returning it. I never even set it up. I'll show it to you. I just took it out of the box. I held it and I just didn't like the way it felt in my hand. It's funny because even though it's technically about an ounce lighter than my 14 Plus, my 14 Plus still feels lighter because of the size. It seems thinner because it's a larger screen. This feels very compact and weighty. It feels quite bricky. And I wasn't happy with that. And with the case, it was even more chunkier. I'll show you. It wasn't even set up. It's a day old. I just took it out of the box. Didn't like it. And I was just very underwhelmed. Has a very paper matte finish to it. It feels like paper except for the logo. The logo is shiny. But I mean, it looks almost identical to the 16. And even the 16, 17 look like renditions of the 11. I've never felt so underwhelmed by Apple before. It's funny because you see this paper, you know, the paper that goes on the screen feels exactly the same as the finish on the back. Not a huge fan. I don't know what it is. I'm just not a huge fan. It's not an ugly phone. It's not like the Pro. Come on. 17 Pro is probably the ugliest phone I've ever fucking seen in my life. It is so hideous. I could not fucking believe it. I was just like, it looks like, I don't know. It looks like a Safari phone camera trying to be a phone. Like it just looks like it belongs in a jungle. I don't know. It just looks like rugged, not elegant, not something that you'd expect of Apple. Apple always had this streamlined elegance to their phones, right? This looks like an Apple, but again, it's like they've been recycling the designs for years, right? Like the 14 looks like the 15, the 16 looks like the 17. It's like they can't be bothered to like really innovate and change the design too much. Comes with this gorgeous cable charger. But again, I was just so underwhelmed. This is my second return in the last week and a half, almost 2 weeks. The first one I had was a 16E. I did so much research. I'm not just one of those people that just goes and buys things. I'm a millennial. I like research hours and weeks and weeks and weeks, hours a day, watching YouTube videos, TikToks, Instagram videos, like reading Reddit fucking forums. Like I did so much research and I get it. You sacrifice for iPhones. Like they charge you extortionate amount every year for the most minor basic upgrades, right? Like I think what I was struggling with was like value, and like 2025 phones shouldn't be compromising on basic things. And that was what I was really struggling with. So I chose the 16E first because I'm like, I think 16E looks like a good, nice phone. It's very minimalistic. It's kind of reminiscent of original iPhones, really slimline, understated, beautiful. But then, I don't know, there was something so generic and understated about it. I just remember how excited I was when I got my 5S, my 7, my 8. And, you know, every year there was a difference with the way it looked and a different experience with how it felt. And that was beautiful. But they've been basically releasing the same phones every year for like the last 5 years. So yeah, I've just been feeling really underwhelmed, and I just wanted to make this video as a small content creator of the experience for me, because I know I'm part of the very small percentage, but I just wanted to know if anyone else felt the same. Just super underwhelmed. So yeah, I was underwhelmed by the 16E. I felt underwhelmed by the 17. The 17 is the better deal out of the lot, right? You're getting a lot of pro features in the 17 for not much more than the 16E. 16E, I think, starts at $599, $699, something like that. Still not cheap, but you know, Apple relativity, it is cheaper compared to the other models, right? And you're getting like a pretty advanced chip and everything inside of it, right? It's got like an Apple Intelligence and this and that. But then you're lacking a camera, you're lacking an advanced camera, and no MagSafe, right? They've taken things away, right, from new phones, which should be like a no-brainer. People think like all phones should have MagSafe. Then the 17, for me, I think it's a great phone, but not for me, right? I think it really depends on the individual and how you use your phone. I was basically getting it because it was for value, it's good. It worked out to be, after taxes, $874.76 or something, directly from Apple. And I was going to pay it off in 3 months with a phone. Also, I was going to trade in my phone. My phone right now, 14 plus. If your 14 plus is in excellent condition, you can still get $240 for it from Apple. Apple was actually offering $40 more than Visible. I just got my whole family, including myself, switched over to Visible from Verizon. They're an extremely scammy, predatory company and lots of hidden fees. And my parents were paying almost $500 a month for us. Like, it was crazy. Visible, I'm on the basic plan, $19 a month, and it's the same. I actually had better network today. I've never had 5 bars. And I know Visible uses Verizon's network, but for some reason I have more reception with Visible. Maybe it's just the way they operate on the networks, I don't know. But anyway, I've had no issues and I've seen no difference. There's been no negative experiences switching to Visible, and my network speeds, whatever. It's crap where we are anyway. We have very low network where we are. Doesn't matter like which provider you're with, but I didn't like Verizon's predatory business practices. They've got a shitload of lawsuits about their hidden fees. But yeah, when I went into my mom's account, I saw all these crazy hidden fees that they don't tell you about. Visible is straightforward. You get what you see. It does what it says on the tin, and you're never going to pay more than $19 a month if you're on basic. So you know what Visible is. Visible. Even though they're owned by Verizon, they're still a different company. And it's ran differently. Everything's different about it. Oh yeah, not being sponsored by them, but I switched over because I really like the way the website's laid out. The app is amazing. Every time I needed something done, I got to a live agent within 2 minutes. I'm not even exaggerating. And they got shit done. I've been so annoying with them because first I ordered the 16E through Visible, didn't like it, returned. Now it's going through the return process. It just got back to the warehouse. I wanted a phone like right now, beginning of December. So I had to basically cancel the order, but then reorder the plan. I was back and forth, and they were so good with me. And their live chat in the app is so straightforward and easy to use. And I can speak to a real person, will chat to a real person quickly. They don't give you the runaround and a hard time like people at Verizon. Also, by the way, Verizon was so nice to me when I was asking for my port out number and trying to leave. Of course they were. And then they asked me, do you mind if I ask you why you want to leave Verizon? And I didn't give them a justification. Like, I don't need to explain myself to you. I just said, because I just do. I urge you guys to use that answer if your predatory network asks you why you want to leave. Because I just do. I don't fucking owe you an explanation. What am I going to do? I'm going to sit there and tell them that their pricing is fucked up and they're scammers? Like, what good would that do me? And then I made it clear, I'm going to your sister company, Visible. So anyway, got my whole family switched over. Didn't want to stay for another month because my mother probably would have been charged $300 just for me, even though I'm supposed to be $30 a month. Yeah, the way they work is just a mystery, just all this mystery. They just pop up with secret fees here and there, and then suddenly you're paying a crazy amount. When my parents went to Italy, they were paying $100 a day. Visible has the global passport thing when you go abroad that you don't get charged more than $10 a day. So yeah, I would rather be with, I think Visible lives up to their name. I know I sound like such a fangirl right now, but I've just had such a good experience with them that I do recommend anyone coming from Verizon. I can't speak for other networks, but anyone coming from Verizon, I urge you to look elsewhere, especially Visible, because I really like it. I think app experience, website experience is so not talked about enough. Verizon's website is a fucking nightmare. Things that I needed were in like font 5. very hard to find. It's like a bloody labyrinth in their website. It's so frustrating to navigate through that most people can't even be bothered. So Invisible's website is so laid out, simple. What you need, you can find. It's just like night and day. But those things like app, website, easy to navigate. I think Verizon does it on purpose to make it harder for you to leave. I know it sounds crazy, but I think that's true. I think that's what it is. But anyway, yeah, so this will be my second iPhone return. I feel crazy because I did so much research, and then when I had it in my hand, I was just like, womp womp, oh my god. But when I was at the store and I held an Air, it's like I am willing to compromise on those things. Like, because I'm on my phone so much and I do so much work and editing from my phone, being lightweight and having a larger screen is actually important for me and what I do. It's not for everyone, and some people just want the best camera and the best speakers, and that's fine. Then don't go with Air. But I really think it's an individual thing, and no matter what, you're going to be paying a lot of money for an iPhone. You can't escape it. So even though, no, I don't think the iPhone is worth $1,000. If I'm going to be stuck with a phone for the next 2 years, I don't want to keep upgrading every year. I want to I usually keep my phone for 2 to 3 years. I want a phone that I really enjoy using. So yeah, I'm going to be paying for the form factor and how comfortable it is to use. So anyway, yeah, I want to know what you guys think about the new Apple iPhones. What are your sentiments? Have you switched over to Android? What is your experience like? Of course, everyone thinks of switching to Android, right? But then people I know that switch to Android end up coming back to Apple after a few weeks. I'm too integrated with their ecosystem, and I know it sounds really culty, but you know how it is. Apple and Android basically run America, right? We're not like Asia where we have all these other different kind of phones to use. Like, you're either with one or the other company, right? But anyway, yeah. I don't think I'm a fan of the paper finish either. It just seems unfinished to me. I really like the ceramic glossy glass backs and everything like that. I thought the 8 was such a gorgeous phone. The 7 was gorgeous too. I remember the 7 being all aluminium, and they were quite durable. But Air reminds me kind of the 8, not as beautiful because of that raised bump. See, there are things that I don't like about that phone, and I don't think it's a good looking phone. I don't think it's as ugly as the 17 Pro, but I don't think it's like beautiful. There are beautiful aspects of the phone, like the thinness and the titanium sides, but the raised bump and the lens being so far from the sensor and light makes it look like its eyes are really far apart, like hammerhead shark. That's what I thought of when I looked at the phone. I said, that looks like a hammerhead shark. But I'm not going to be looking at the back of the phone. I'm going to be looking at the screen. So again, I've made a compromise. And I'm going to be paying more for it. And I don't feel good about that. But it's like, I don't know. I've had this phone in the box and I look at it for the last 2 days and I think, can I come around? But I don't know. Working, having to edit. Also, I edit for hours. I don't just do a little bit of editing. Like, do Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, like edit videos, and I do long form videos too, so I need a phone where I'm going to be comfortable with it. And if I can have a lighter phone with still nearly the same size screen, that means comfort for me, and comfort equals productivity. So anyway, I would love to share your thoughts on everything I spoke about today and what you think, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. One of my future videos, I'm going to Apple tomorrow to return this. Gonna think I'm nuts, like this bitch is crazy, she can't figure out, and I'm gonna bring home the Air, and I'll do another video when I have it. So yeah, take care, bye.